Welcome to the Echo Tips podcast. This is episode number 51, where we're going to be discussing routines. That's right, a feature of your Amazon Echo called Routines. It's where you can link a whole bunch of different commands together in one swath, like you say, start my day or something like that, and it carries out a whole series of commands, pulls up all the shades on the windows, starts blaring some rock and roll in the morning, whatever. So we're going to talk about routines today. But before I get into details about that, we have a brief message about our podcast, and then we'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by the New Vision program at Goodwill. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission services help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. All right, well, welcome back. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be talking about routines today. Now, if you're new to our podcast, let me just briefly introduce myself. My name is David Ward. I'm an assistive technology instructor with the New Vision program at Goodwill, and we're based here in Southwest Virginia. So we appreciate you listening. If you're returning, it's good to have you here listening with us as well. I think you're really going to enjoy this routines episode where we talk about what are routines. Now, before I get too deep into the weeds here, and this will probably be mostly a descriptive episode, we're going to still need to press the microphone button on the top of your Echo. That way, when I'm giving the commands here in the studio, I'm not activating your Echo at home because she would hear her name and cause a lot of confusion. So the microphone has a little silhouetted microphone with a slash through it. If you press that on the top of your Echo, it'll shut her ears off. It'll turn the ring on the top red if you have a traditional Echo. If you have the Echo Show or a similar Echo device that has a screen on it, if you're looking right at the screen, it's right in front of you, along the top edge left side, it'll have that similar button. When you press it, it'll make a thump sound and put a red bar across the bottom of the little screen on the front. So I'll give you just a second to do that. Mute those microphones so yours doesn't respond. All right. Okay, and hopefully you had a second to do that. All right, let's press on with routines. Now, just briefly again, what are routines? Well, they're kind of like what we used to call in computers or word processing or other things, macros. So it'll like do a series of things, like it'll do this, it'll change the font, it'll do that, and that I think of that in a word processor. But in an Echo, it can like do a lot of really tricky things like, okay, you start my day, I want to turn the temperature up in the house, I want to raise the blinds, I want to turn the lights on bright, I want to start playing my morning news show. It'll do all of that, right? But you only have to say one thing and it'll trigger all of those things as like your morning wake up routine. Okay, so that's the idea behind routines. Now, where are you going to find the routines settings? Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Let me demonstrate first before. Here's a routine that I made called Start My Day. Alexa, start my day.
In Roanoke, there's a winter storm warning in effect until Wednesday, February 20th, 7 p.m. The current weather is 32 degrees Fahrenheit with ice. You can expect more of the same today, with a high of 32 degrees and a low of 32 degrees. Go get 'em, Tiger.
Okay. Oh, there's music. Alexa, stop. Okay, so it did a series of things based on the phrase that I had programmed in, start my day. It gave me my weather report, and then it gave me like a cute saying, and then it started playing like my morning wake up playlist or something. Okay? And so that's just one example of many that you could create yourself. So where are you going to create these? You're going to open the Alexa app. And you got to do this on a smartphone or a tablet, I believe. I don't think you can do it anywhere else. Now, once you open the Alexa app, you're going to tap on the main menu button in the top left corner. That'll slide out a menu. And you're going to go down to Settings, tap on Settings, and then that'll take you into the Settings window. And you're going to look down through the list of items there, and you're going to tap on Routines. Actually, no, wait a minute. I misspoke. They moved it. You're going to tap on the main menu button again in the top left corner, and then just tap on Routines, I think. I don't think you have to go into Settings anymore. But it may be in either place now. I'm not sure. But I think now you just tap on Routines off the main menu. Okay? Now, once you're in there, you've got, I've got two routines set up. I got one called Start My Day, which we just demonstrated, and I have another one called Shields Up. I don't know what I made that one for, but anyway, I think it was just a test. Anyway, let's say you want to create a new routine. So let's click the button there to start a new routine. You're gonna have to name it, give it a name. And here's a list of things that you can put in the queue, and they'll do these sequentially. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. So, for example, you can have it query your calendar for what's going on. Then you could also say pull from the device settings. You could adjust the volume. You could set it to Do Not Disturb mode. You could set it to Stop Audio. So just mentally take it through that list. Let's say I had the echo really low at night, playing soft music, but in the morning when I say Start My Day, I want to set the volume to like the standard level. Or conversely, maybe I had a go to bed routine. I don't want the thing to ding at night, so I could kick on Do Not Disturb mode and lower the volume. So all of these are things that you could trigger. Additionally, you have messaging. You have a messaging section here with certain messaging options like send a notification to all the apps or announce. Okay, so there is an announcements feature. In our previous episode, we talked about announcements. So you could set an announcement. So like you could have the Start My Day routine, do all these different things, do your news, read your calendar, and then announce to everybody, reminder, mom's leaving the house at 7:15 a.m. All kids be ready to go, or whatever. Whatever your announcement is you want to make. Additionally, here you have music you can, of course, set in your routine. News, which I kind of alluded to earlier, so you could pull the news. Various smart home things here under the smart homes category. So, you could, at night, you could put the blinds down. In the morning, you could pull the blinds up. Lots of smart home stuff you could do. Traffic, you could have it give you a traffic report. You can have it pull weather report, as you saw in my example. Oh, and this is interesting. You also have a wait command. A wait command. So that might not be terribly obvious, but like the wait command, you have to do a series of things, and then wait an hour or wait 45 minutes, and then do this. Whatever. Ding again. Make an announcement. Okay, you got to leave, soon. Whatever, you could have it wait. So, you can chain these all together in different sequences, to have it do what you want to do and name it what you want to do, like Dave's bedtime routine or Start My Day or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, hopefully that gives you some ideas about some routines you can create, and it's pretty cool. All right, well, that'll wrap up this episode. Next time, we're going to be talking about audio groups, the audio group setting on your Amazon Echo, how you can play music on all your Echoes in synchronization. So that's pretty cool. All right, we've reached that time of our episode. Once again, it's time to turn your microphone back on, start practicing some of the many things that you've learned. I'm David Ward for the New Vision program at Goodwill, signing off, and we thank you for listening.
Thanks, Dave. In conclusion, let me tell you a thing or two. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and it is also made possible in part by a grant from Community Foundation serving Western Virginia. And there's more. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. For more information, check out our website at goodwillvalleys.com/newvision, with no spaces. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission programs help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Thanks for listening.